Update by Sheldan Nidle for the Spiritual Hierarchy and the Galactic Federation, March 6, 2012. Dratzo. We return. The progress to set up the new governance continues to move forward. The secret sacred societies have so far forced the resignation of a number of major leaders in international banking. Agreements are being implemented that are securing the new financial system. Several major governments have been given a schedule for how and when to transfer power to the new temporary governments. We are watching various danger points in the Middle East. This is where the Dark Cabal intends to start a conflagration that can lead to a new world war. Our task is to prevent this from ever happening. We have placed our diplomatic and liaison team in this region and in the various nations that are contiguous to it. We intend to manage any potential incidents. However, we do not intend to interfere directly unless incidents occur that can swiftly spiral upward to war. We comprehend the potential dynamics of this region and are making sure that no nation in this region attacks another. We are cognizant of the dire schemes that are being applied by the Dark's minions to create the flames for war. Your world stands on the edge of manifesting a new reality. Heaven has authorized us to guard this transition and guarantee that this shift happens as divinely planned. The Dark, while forced to admit defeat, nevertheless is determined to discover a way to unseat this current timetable. We have explained to them that the point has been reached where the only usable timeline is the one that leads to your return to full consciousness and the transformation of this current reality. The game long played by the Dark's minions is at an end. It is time to bring in a new reality and with it a full disclosure of our existence and the part we are to engage as your mentors and guardians. The period that has led to your growing frustration is nearly over. Heaven has clearly instructed us to do what is necessary to achieve those goals given us. We have employed a very deep restraint to move these rascals toward this new reality. Let it be known to all that your time for freedom, sovereignty and prosperity has arrived. The Galactic Federation is deeply committed to the fall of the Dark and for your fated victory. The Dark's minions are likewise fully committed to retention of the status quo. This stubbornness has led to the delays that we often recite in these messages. The time is now upon us to move in joy to the next stages of your return to full consciousness. In this regard, we are busily setting up how the present major regimes on your world are to be replaced by a number of pro-disclosure governments. These actions are to lead to our acknowledgement and are to form the basis of our coming mass landings on your world. Heaven has told us that only new legally based governance can formally invite us into your surface realm. Hence, we are working closely with those who sincerely wish to rid themselves of the various de facto regimes that have run your reality for millennia. This is a prerequisite for contact, and we are ready to support any legal takeover of a number of governments presently controlled by the Dark Cabal. This scenario is why we are guiding these various spiritual and consciousness-driven groups to pull the Dark from power. A selfish and greedy-oriented group has long run your world. This group was first ordained in power through illicit power grabs sponsored by the Anunnaki. The Anunnaki wish that those in power were directed tied by blood alliance to this group of then nefarious off-worlders who were daily manipulating and misinforming every one of you. One group after another snatched this point of authority up. This left the Dark Anunnaki as the sole giver of legitimacy. This deeply violated the agreements that the Anunnaki had signed with Heaven. This gave us the reason for supporting these various groups who in full consciousness oppose what these dark de facto regimes stand for. The victory of the light is therefore assured when these dark illegal regimes are formally dispatched. This is shortly to occur, and with it, a new free and sovereign epoch in surface human history. Blessings. We are your ascended masters. We come on this day to rejoice. Numerous events are quite close to happening. We have seen just how the Dark's human minions are reacting to the several ultimatums that they have been given. It is indeed time for these former devotees of the Anunnaki to quit and acknowledge that the reign of the Dark is over. Our galactic sisters and brothers are now finishing the many meetings that are settling just how these Dark Ones are to surrender to the forces of the light. These meetings are in actuality merely procedural. A legal transfer of power is essential to all of us. The Dark has ruled by chicanery for decades, and truly legitimate governance is needed to move this realm to its next steps down the path to full consciousness. We await in blessings and joy for these events to begin that signal the start of a new spiritual epoch for surface humanity. The efforts of our numerous associates have given our space family the grounds to do those actions that they are now accomplishing. The Dark, through its direct ownership of the media, has created a scenario that is based on lies and staged events. According to the history that they constantly flaunt before you, these Dark governments are somehow heroes and defenders of the public welfare. In truth, these governments are only the tools of a dark cabal that has raping you of your wealth and most of all your right to know the truth. We have been active throughout the centuries to fight this immorality and general arrogance toward you. The light wishes you to see that this dark conspiracy is over. The way of spirit is now at the forefront. The time is now for your emancipation from the travails of the dark and its unholy governance. The present time is one of transition. The sacred light of the Creator is streaming forth from the grand energies of heaven's Holy of Holies. These divine energies are swiftly altering the very nature of this physical realm. Each of us has dedicated our life energies to bringing to manifestation this new epoch of humanity. Aligned with your own great energies, these energies are focusing on the shift in consciousness. This is making it very difficult for the Dark to have any say in what is currently transpiring on this earthly plane. Our inner Earth family is as well focusing all their immense energies on this monumental shift in our reality. Your success is not only occurring, but in fact all that is proclaimed within the sacred divine plan of the Creator assures it. Your future is not as physical slaves, but as free and conscious servants of the light. Today, we have carried on with our messages. The time swiftly approaches for a grand shift in your reality. This shift brings not only mass first contact, it brings you full consciousness. Thus, new responsibilities are to be given you. New knowledge is to shown you, and together, we are to unfold the divine wonders of creation. Know, dear ones, that the countless supply and never-ending prosperity of heaven are indeed yours. So be it. Salamat Gajan. Salamat Ya. Syrian for be one. And be in joy.